Hey yo, how's it going everybody? My name's Oxana Buffalo and welcome back to another Monster Hunter Rise build video. Today, we are singing the songs of our people. We're doing a hunting horn. This hunting horn build I have been messing with is basically a not purely support, because it still does a lot of damage. That's how I have it set up, but I am setting it up more for healing and buffing. It does a lot of damage still, but I'm really focusing on that healing front and keeping yourself and others, especially if you're playing online, alive. I've used these variations of this build online, and it is super nice for keeping your random people you're playing online with alive through crazy stuff. It's also good, though, for yourself, because you and your buddies or whoever can play a lot more aggressive with it and not die because of how much healing this actually can put out. It's pretty insane. I'll show you guys in a minute. But let's get into it. So, there are two hunting horns that I have used with this so far. One I think is better for general supporting, while the other one has a little bit more of a damage edge onto it, as is. Quick little disclaimer, I have not actually maxed either of these hunting horns out yet, because I have not had time to finish fully what was added in 2.0. So I haven't fought the new Apex monsters to get the new Rampage. I haven't been able to upgrade that up yet, and I have not fought Teostra quite yet. I am right to it. I'm just gotta do it. But anyway, with that all aside, so the first one we're looking at here is the Rook Slayer drum. This is the new Basil Goose hunting horn. It has pretty good stats with some handicraft. You get some blue on there, which really helps it. Blast, good attack. All around good. Melody effects is earplugs small, which is okay. It helps sometimes with certain monsters. Attack up, which is always great. And then health recovery is, like I said, what we're here for the huge health regens, which it already heals quite a bit, but when you compare it with something else that I'll talk about in a minute, it's even better. So that's what we're here for, that health recovery, and I run it with the blast boost because the other two don't do much for me. The second hunting horn you can do with this is the Rampage hunting horn, which is probably the better full-on support one, and it still does a lot of damage, and it's awesome. It just doesn't have attack up. So when you set it up, the Rampage hunting horn, for the healing melody, it gets health recovery large on your X buttons, which are more easily spammable anyway. Health regen, so your red portion of your bars when you get hit heals up faster, or in general you just heal over time, which is great. And then earplugs large, that'll protect you from pretty much every single roar in the game, which is awesome. Super good at helping keep you fighting and your whole team fighting while a monster's roaring. It's just a free damage spike at that point. If you have sharpness type 1 on it and you throw some handicraft on there, you'll get up to white sharpness, which really helps boost the damage of this, and it's super good. And then non-elemental boost, just to buff up the normal attack. I don't really see a point in throwing any element on there. I'd rather just base attack, personally. It's pretty good. So the other stuff, the equipment we're using here is the Utsuchi mask, of course. This mask is just, I love it. I love Razor Sharp, and the Wire Bug Boost for level 1 are just nice. So the Utsuchi match, the Kula Yakul male for Slugger. You throw one Slugger jewel on this, and you have Slugger 3 and Horn Maestro. So Horn Maestro is absolutely necessary when you're using Hunting Horn, positively. So this gives you that, and then Slugger 3, which is great for supportive-ish Hunting Horn, because you'll get more knockouts. And then Sinister Gauntlets, that gives you the 2 points of handicraft you need to get the white sharpness, which is great, and it has a level 2 slot on there. The Anjanath Coil for more attack, and lots of slots. More attack and lots of slots. Hunting Greaves, again, more attack boost, and another slot, and stun resistance, which I always have to have at least one stun resistance because it'll save you all the time. Talisman-wise, with how I have it set up, you only need a decoration with 2 level 2 slots. As I always say, I don't ever want to make these builds where I'm like, this only works if you have these very specific rare talisman, because that's silly. I actually haven't had that great of luck with talismans yet in this anyway, for how much I've played. But two level 2s is what I have here. You could get away with 1 level 2 and a level 1 just fine. Really, I only have the 1 level 2 on there for the attack boost, and then the other one I have evade extender, just purely for some quality of life, just to move around a little bit faster on the battlefield when you're fighting. But that's where that is. For decorations, we have on the Utsuchi mask, level 1, Brace Jewel, just to help give you flinch free for when you're playing online. So when I play online, I pretty much always make myself have at least 1 point of flinch free if I'm using a melee weapon. because I don't want to get knocked around. It's not fun. Kula Cool Mask, like I said, you throw a KO jewel on there, that gives you level 3 Slugger. Awesome. Sinister Gauntlets, I have an attack jewel on there. Anjanath Coil, I have another attack jewel and 2 grinder jewels for the speed sharpening. Hunter's Greaves, I have the Razor Jewel for the 3rd point of Razor Sharp. So that gives you Razor Sharp level 3, which gives you the 50%. Not used. And then on the Talisman, like I said, you have the attack jewel for 1 level 2 slot. If you have another level 2 slot, you can use it for whatever you want, quality of life-wise. You don't need another attack jewel because you already have attack level 7 with this. I put an Evade Extender just because I like to roll around a little bit more. That's where we're at with those. So what we end up with, skills-wise, is Attack Boost level 7, Razor Sharp level 3, Slugger level 3, Handicraft level 2, and those are the important ones, and then Horn Maestro is also, that is quintessential. You pretty much need that. There's no reason not to use it when you're using Hunting Horn. And that's where we end up with that. It's super good. So the thing, like I said, this is all about healing, keeping yourself and allies alive through crazy hyper aggro situations. So what helps this? And the only reason I would ever use this thing is for specifically these hunting horns with health recovery up, or health recovery large. And that's the Bead of Resonance switch skill. So this is where you put the little cocoon thing on the ground, and it makes you replay, whenever you create a melody, it regenerates that melody again for you. Usually this is kind of meh, whatever. It just extends the range of your melodies a little bit more, but all of you should be pretty close anyway. It also can technically do a little bit of damage if the monster's right on top of it when it goes off when you play a melody. But that double playing makes the healing from the health recovery insane. So you'll play your health recovery song. So with the Rampage Hunting Horn, that's you pressing X twice, essentially, or doing your melodies and whatnot. That health recovery large does as much, more than like a normal potion, or at least as much as like a potion. It's insane how much healing it does. That can keep, you can just mash X the entire fight while keeping up your other two, and you'll know, I don't know how you could die, honestly. It's insane how much healing you do. You have to seriously mess up and do really silly, stupid stuff in order to die. I've done it where me and my brother who play this, I was using this hunting horn and he was playing something else. We were both playing hyper aggro on like a freaking Kushala Deora and Chameleos. Hyper aggro. Neither of us had to use a potion the entire fight. With us playing hyper aggro, taking way more damage than we probably should, just because the amount of healing this hunting horn can do is ridiculous. If you can just keep pressing X, essentially, especially with the Rampage one. It's a little bit harder with the Basil Goose one because you have to do the XY one. So the healing's a little bit harder and it's not as good on the Basil Goose one, but it does give you attack up, which boosts your damage otherwise. So it's kind of whichever one you want to use. They're both pretty dang good in my opinion. I like them both. But yeah, that's where we're at. And like I said, you put that cocoon on the ground, it gives insane healing. Super good, super good. As always, with the Dangos, the main thing you want to eat for is Slugger again, just to give you maximum Slugger output. You want to knock out the monster as much as you can. Hunting Horn, you're pretty much going for the head at all times. So you eat some Slugger Dango, and then whatever you want from there. I usually eat Weakener, sometimes Defender, or Specific Element if it's something I'm really scared of the element it uses. Moxie if you're worried about fainting and stuff. That's where we're at with that. And yeah, guys, this is a pretty solid build. I like it a lot. It's not too bad. It's pretty easy to make. The attack jewels are going to be the hardest part, and then that Razor Sharp, but that's not too bad either. Yep, that's what I got for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I do love the Hunting Horn. It was one of my mains in the last ones. I love the Doots. But yeah, if you liked it, drop a like down below, leave a comment, let me know what you think of the build. Just subscribe if you want to see some more content from me. But otherwise, until next time, keep dooting, my fans.
Nice one. up, buddy?